Hey there guys, EctoMaster here. It is Tuesday morning. We're going through some patches and everything like that, I believe. I don't know, I have no idea. To be quite honest, I recorded this last night and prepped it for today so you can see it and digest it before we get the video update for later today. Anyways, we're doing another hero spotlight here on the channel, and we're taking a look at Tychus Finley, everybody's favorite ranged assassin. Well, maybe not. At least from the StarCraft universe. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Anyways, Tychus Finley, ladies and gentlemen. Tychus Finley, thank you. So if you're new to the Hero Spotlight, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at his skins, his abilities, and then his talents. And while we look at his talents, we're going to look at a build that I have found on Heroes Nexus. It is going to be the highest voted one. So this week's is called Death Dance AA build with tricks from Maharatha. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the skins. If you haven't seen the skins before, then we'll, well, get a look at them now. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this is his base skin, and then this as well. Now if you notice on his shoulder blade right there, you see it changed from one girl, and now we got another one. If you notice, that is actually Widowmaker from Overwatch, and that one is not Nova, is Tracer. So showing some support for their new stuff right away. Let's go ahead and take a look at his master skin. So unfortunately it covers up the awesomeness, but we can see what it all looks like. And then last but not least, his only other skin is a legendary skin. It's it's Infested Tychus. It's what Tychus would look like if he became infected by the Zerg. So there you have it. It's rather grim looking. It's a legendary skin, and not only does it update animations and voices, it's a $14.99 skin. It's an expensive one. So yeah, I don't ever expect to see that one on the store drop price thing. Anyways, so there's the skins. He doesn't have very many. He only has the 3, so let's hope they show Tychus some love in the future. Anyways, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at his abilities. So we'll look at his 3 main abilities, which are the Q, W, and E, his trait, and then his heroics. So the Q ability is called Overkill. It's a 75 mana cost. It lasts 15 seconds. It has a 15-second cooldown. You deal X damage to the target and 140 damage or X damage to nearby targets over 5 seconds. Reactivate to select a new target. Can move and use abilities while channeling. The W ability is Frag Grenade. Costs 50 mana. It's an area of effect. Has a 10-second cooldown. You lob a grenade that deals X damage and knocking enemies away. The E ability is Run and Gun. Mana costs of 50, 8-second cooldown. Charge forward and instantly wind up the minigun. Which is his trait, Minigun. Tychus' attack speed increases the longer he attacks. And then he has 2 heroics just like everybody else. The first one is Commander Odin. 100 mana cost with a 100-second cooldown. Call down an Odin to pilot. The Odin deals increased damage, has 100% increased basic attack range, and uses different abilities. Lasts 23 seconds. He can die an Odin. Oh no, I'm recording. I'm recording. Oh no. Okay, hold on everybody. Recording for Hero Spotlight. Say hi to YouTube. Oops. Anyways, his last ability is called the Draken Laser Drill. It costs 100 mana, has a 100-second cooldown. Call down a laser drill to attack nearby enemies, dealing 30 damage every second. Reactivate to assign a new target, lasts 22 seconds. So there you have it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this build and his talents. So I will talk about the build itself as we go through it, pointing out certain aspects of it. So Very first one that we're going to see is armor-piercing rounds, and that overkill's damage to the primary target increased by 20%. Now that is the first ability in this build to they recommend taking. If you decide to go outside the build, you also have Shredder Grenade, increases the explosion radius of Frag Grenade by 25%. And then Dash increases the range of Run and Gun by 25%. Regeneration Master and Scouting Drone are all similar ones we've seen with others. We'll skip those. At level 4, you have 4 to choose from. You have Focused Attack. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack deals 75% additional damage. Basic attacks reduces cooldown by 1 second. Vampiric Assault. Now, the first two, of course, we've seen on others. I'm just kind of pointing them out anyways. Basic attacks heal for 15% of the damage dealt to the primary target, and that is the ability they recommend to take with this Death Dance AA build with tricks. If you decide again to go away from the build that what they are recommending, you also have Spray and Pay. Overkill's range increased by 15%. And then Melting Point. Frag Grenade deals an additional 120 damage over 10 seconds to minions and structures. At level 7, you can choose between Quarterback. Increases the range of Frag Grenade by 50%. Rapid Fire. Minigun now stacks 2 additional times, further increasing your attack speed. First Aid, activate to heal 35% of your max health over 6 seconds, and then Sizzling Attacks. Activate to increase basic attack damage by 50% for 5 seconds. Each attack has cost 5 mana, I apologize. And the one they recommend is Rapid Fire. Level 10 is when you get your heroic ability, and they say to get Commander Odin. Level 13. Problem Solver is again one we see quite often with others, as well as Relentless. So, Lead Rain Overkill applies a stacking slow up to 20%. And Stim Pack, after using Run and Gun, gain 20% attack speed and 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. And what they recommend is Lead Rain. Level 16. We have Executioner, which is another one we see quite often, as well as Stone Skin. So Lock and Load. While the minigun is wound up, gain 15% increased move speed. And Concussion Grenade increases the knockback of Frag Grenade by 100%. They recommend with this one to take Lock and Load. And then last but not least, I'm not going to talk about Bolt of the Storm, but I will talk about Nexus Frenzy. And that increases attack speed by 20% and attack range by 20% as well. That is the one they recommend with the build. If you decide again to go away, you can choose the ultimate with the heroics. If you decided to go with Odin, or Commander Odin, you get Big Red Button. Odin lasts 50% longer, and Ragnarok Missiles also launches a nuclear missile. Or if you picked the Draken Missile, you can pick Focusing Diodes. Increases the range of the Draken laser drill by 50%, deals increased damage the longer it remains on a single target, up to 100% extra damage. And that's it, guys. That's all we have to talk about with Tychus, because, again, sometimes when we get these characters, they have, like, hey, they have 4 skins you gotta take a look at. So let's look at them. Or, I've got 2 builds for you. He's very simple. He's a ranged assassin. He goes out, he kills. He's a roamer up the map rather than a specialist. Now, that's one thing that I've learned with this game. Warrior is tank, goes out, deals damage, takes damage, and kind of deals it. Then you have the assassins who kind of roam the map a little bit, and they kill the other heroes, minions, name it. Support, of course, heals. And then you have the specialists. The specialists are mainly your lane pushers. And that's pretty cool, especially like Sylvanas or Abathur or even, what's her name? Zagara. Zagara. They all are rather big lane pushers. Although Sylvanas can definitely be an assassin as well, so keep that in mind. Anyways, this is time for us to choose the next hero to feature on next week's Hero Spotlight. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a D11 because we're running out of space here. And see what we get. Number 2 on my list, which happens to be everybody's favorite, Asmodan. So next week we will take a look at Asmodan, a range specialist, as I was just talking about those. So we'll see what he's like. Until then, I am EctoMaster, and I will see you guys in the next round.